government vehicles.
Okay, but
stay away from them.
Okay, I have.
You don't need to walk up to the driver's.
I have every right to walk up to these vehicles.
Where's your ID at?
I don't have it. I don't have to give it to you.
You're going to give it to me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, what crime are you suspect me of breaking?
You're walking around our vehicles looking into them.
Okay,
Most normal people don't look into our patrol
Is
cars.
this public property?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I told you can walk back.
I have every right to be here.
Bucking the system with the Bulls Deep channel.
Welcome to Bucking the System with the Bulls Deep channel, where we bring you the best audits on the web. This episode comes to you courtesy of the Georgia Guardian's channel. Stop by his channel and give credit where credit is due, and let him know Bulls Deep sent you. There's a link to the full video in the description.
My name is not important. Is this public property?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not public property.
Where's a restricted area sign?
Stay away from our car.
Okay, so where's the restricted area sign?
Walk right here. Walk around the vehicle.
I can walk around the vehicles. I can. Thank you very much. You can give me that you give me that policy or whatever that I can't walk around the vehicles?
It's not a policy. It's government vehicles.
Okay, but
Stay away from them.
okay,
You don't need to walk up to the driver's.
I have every right to walk up to these vehicles.
Where's your ID at?
I don't have it. I don't have to give it to you.
You're going to give it to me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, what crime are you suspect me of breaking?
You're walking around our vehicles looking into them.
Okay,
Most normal people don't look into our patrol
Is this
cars.
public property?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I told you can walk back.
I have every right to be
I told
here.
you to stay away from our vehicles.
And I have every right to be around your
You just
vehicle.
walked over there looking inside the car, did you not?
I did, because I have a right
Give
to.
me your ID.
I do not have to.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You just went to our vehicles and looking at them.
Your vehicle.
No person is going to look into a patrol car.
Okay, well
No one's sitting.
those are police vehicles.
Not videos, they're vehicles.
Vehicles.
Yes.
They are
correct.
police vehicles owned by the city.
Yes.
This is public property.
Yes.
I have every right to be on public property
Yes, you
and
do.
look in city-owned vehicles.
Let me tell you something, buddy, because I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay.
6 cops have just been killed this week, in this month.
Okay.
And some guy walking around the parking lot recording vehicles is not, it's not normal.
Okay. Well, it's not normal, but is it legal?
So
Illegal?
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a police report and figure out who you are.
Okay, is it illegal?
I didn't say it's illegal.
Okay, so,
But it's not normal.
okay, am I being detained?
Yes, right now. you
Okay,
are.
so for what
I
crime?
need your information.
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
You can call a supervisor out here.
30. Where do you live at?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
No.
Okay. What are you doing recording our cars?
I'm being detained.
I already answered that question.
Okay, so I'm invoking
What's the purpose of coming
I'm
here?
invoking
I
my-
saw you.
Okay.
Let me finish talking.
I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent so I am being detained.
let me
Therefore,
finish.
I have nothing else to say to you.
The Fifth Amendment provides protection to individuals from being compelled to incriminate themselves. According to this constitutional right, individuals have the privilege against self-incrimination. They can refuse to answer questions, refuse to make potentially incriminating statements, or refuse to testify at a trial in any criminal case. This right is applicable to the states through the 14th Amendment.
You walk on the sidewalk, whatever, and you come in here and you start filming and looking at our cars. Why are you looking at our cars? What do you need to know about a patrol car? Sorry, I'm recording you too, buddy, right there.
Freedom of the press, guaranteed under the First Amendment, is a fundamental principle that communication and expression through various media, including printed and electronic media, especially published materials, should be considered a right to be exercised freely. Such freedom implies the absence of interference from an overreaching state. Its preservation may be sought through the Constitution, or other legal protection and security. You will often hear the police or other government officials ask First Amendment auditors for their press credentials. However, no press credentials are required, as everyone is covered by the Freedom of the Press Clause in the First Amendment. Freedom of the press is not construed as an absence of interference by outside entities, such as a government or religious organization, but rather as a right for authors to have their works published by other people. This idea was famously summarized by the 20th century American journalist, A.J. Liebling, who wrote, "Freedom of the press is guaranteed only to those who own one." Freedom of the press gives the printer or publisher exclusive control over what the publisher chooses to publish, including the right to refuse to print anything for any reason. If the author cannot reach a voluntary agreement with a publisher to produce the author's work, then the author must turn to self-publishing. What he was conveying was the fact that any requirement to hold credentials to be considered press would inhibit freelance journalists from gathering content to sell to established publications. And without any publication purchasing the content gathered, the independent journalists can publish the content themselves. YouTube is a perfect example of this philosophy, which is why you will hear many auditors use the phrase, "I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a news story." And thus, they are protected by the freedom of the press guaranteed under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution.
It's already lit up. We can play this game all day, dude. All day. Once you be man, look at me eye to eye. Still looking at your stupid phone. Why are you walking around our cars filming them? Can't speak now. You're mute. Deaf. Where are you coming from? Yeah, we're playing a silent game now.
Hey guys, go ahead and get my attorney on the video, please.
Go ahead.
What's your name and badge number again?
Already gave it to you.
Just I didn't get it.
Already gave it to you.
Okay.
Give it to you again. Already gave it to you.
Okay, well you don't have to.
It's right here.
You don't have to.
That's my name.
That's fine.
Officer Askey.
That's fine. I just need to know who I need to file.
043.
Just need to know who I need to file the complaint with. That's all.
Go ahead.
For illegal detainment.
Illegal detainment?
That is correct.
Illegal detainment? Walk around with patrol cars.
Hey guys, so is suspicious a misdemeanor or felony?
It's a suspicious.
Okay, okay.
Particular suspicion. Why would you walk around with patrol cars?
Georgia is one of the few states in America that maintains stop and identify laws. If police suspect a person of a crime, they can lawfully order them to identify themselves. When the Georgia Guardian asked what crime he was suspected of committing, that would allow the officer to request his identification, the officer replied with, "Suspicious activity." As the auditor pointed out, suspicion is neither a felony, nor a misdemeanor, or any crime. The officer would need to have reasonable articulable suspicion that an actual crime was afoot. Without the reasonable suspicion of an actual crime, the detainment and requirement to identify himself is unlawful.
So is this public property?
It is.
Okay, so that way I have, this is public property, guys. As you can see, this is public property. There is no restricted access areas. I am being detained by this officer here on public property. There's no restricted area signs. That is public property. As you can see, I'm in all of my rights to be here, to record the cars, and this guy right here is detaining me for suspicious activity.
Walking in between our cars and looking at them and recording is suspicious.
Okay, well.
The increase of violence against us and people killing us like
wow.
So you want to film our cars and go in between them? I'm going to sit here and talk to you and figure out who you are.
Okay,
I'm going to find out who you are.
Okay, well you can say so.
So hold your camera there for 20 minutes an hour. I don't care.
Okay.
I got till 6 o'clock, buddy.
Great. Awesome. We'll be here all day.
That red dot right there, you're on camera too.
We'll be here all day, buddy. We'll be here all day, buddy.
Yes, we will.
You will be educated today on the First Amendment.
What's that? Freedom of speech?
Freedom of the press. Yes, sir. Where I can record anything that I can see from a public accessible place. That means eyes cannot be trespassed.
Figure out what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I just told you what I was doing.
Why are you looking at our car?
Because I can.
You plotting something?
I can.
Okay.
I can look what I want to look at.
Sergeant will be here in 1 second.
Absolutely. And then I'll be going inside to do a complaint form on you for harassment and illegal detainment.
Harassment?
Yep. You're harassing a citizen on public property, on city property.
I'm asking you why you're looking at our car.
Because I can. Because I can. I told you that. You don't make the laws.
No, I don't.
Exactly right.
No, I don't. You don't either.
I don't, but I can go by the laws.
You can walk wherever you want.
I sure can, and that means up to that police car if I want to.
You're staying away from my cars. If they
Okay.
weren't looking at them.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see what your sergeant has to
You
say.
want to look at my car? Look at my car. I'm standing right here.
Well, I don't have to get your permission to look at anybody's car. It's the city's car. You don't own the city.
I know I don't understand it.
Okay.
So we can play this lawyer crap all you want.
Well, you call it whatever you want to call
Figure
it.
out what you're doing.
Okay. I've told you what I was doing. You don't like it
Why are you filming?
because I can.
Just because you want to?
It's my right to
It is
film.
your right.
That's
Why
right.
are you doing it?
Because I want to. I don't have to explain to you.
I'm pretty sure this is what you're doing. You just come here to be a pretty much.
Really?
To get people riled up.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of officers getting shot. I'm tired of getting ambushed. And this right here, you walk in our cars, this is going to get my wheel spin in there, wondering what to do.
So is it illegal?
I didn't say it's illegal.
Okay.
So I'm figuring out what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I've told you.
Okay. You can record all you want.
I'm going to record
But why are you recording?
because I want to.
Why do you want to?
Because I want to.
Why do you want to?
Because I can. How about that?
Okay.
Because I can.
How about that?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at our cars?
Because I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop pacing back and forth.
Really? Why? I have a right to pace. I'm not under arrest, am I?
No, you're not.
So we've already got it that I'm being
Pacing
detained.
back and forth. I don't know what you're going to take out running. You're gonna go
If I was going to take off running, I wouldn't be here for the last 14 minutes and 50 seconds or whatever.
Right there, you can talk to him.
Cool.
You can file your complaint with him too.
I'm going to. Trust me. What's going on, Sarge?
What's up, man?
Hey. So I guess he called you out.
What's going
All
on?
right. So I'm here. I do First Amendment audits.
What's that?
I'm about to tell you what I do. So I go out to police departments, county buildings, city-owned buildings, county-owned buildings, and I just walk around the premises and see if I can record in public without being harassed like I have been by this guy. So I go around, I look at the cars, I go inside the building, I look at the building. It's my First Amendment right to do so. If everything's good, I go. I'm not out to cause a disturbance or problem.
Now the building today is different because we're closed.
It's still city property.
But you can't go in the building when it's closed because we're the only ones access. There's no access to
Okay, well I haven't, but I have
second
not.
and third.
Okay.
No, I was just letting you know.
Okay, well, I also want to file a complaint against this officer because I'm actually detained right now, doing a First Amendment protected activity, and I have the tape. He's actually called me. He's actually called me and stuff like that, and I have every right to be here. This is public property.
So you come on police property and different property.
Well,
like
it's
that.
city property.
Well, city property.
Yes.
Just to see if somebody's gonna stop you.
Yeah.
And all that.
It's because it's my First Amendment
But
protected
why-
activity to do that.
Why would you want to do
Because, let's see, do y'all respect the First Amendment?
But I was just wondering, why would you want to put yourself in that situation?
Why not? It's actually normal. It's not illegal, is it?
No, it's not illegal.
I didn't think so.
No, the only issue we have is looking in the police cars.
Well,
Like,
but it's on public property.
it is, and it is public property. But when you start recording inside our police cars, we don't mind. You can record all you want. We just like to identify who it is. That way,
Okay.
we can say if something goes missing or something's taken out of that car, I can tell my boss tomorrow, hey, this is the guy that was walking around
Right.
yesterday, because there's no cameras or nothing on these police cars.
Okay, well,
So that's the reason we ask to identify yourself. Especially if you're looking, I don't care. You
The sergeant indicates he wants to identify the man in case something comes up missing. Had the officer stated he suspects the man was casing the vehicle to steal things, he might have an argument that would hold up in court, but since he didn't believe the auditor was actually looking into the vehicles with the intent of burglarizing them, and only that he wanted to identify him in case something came up missing, the courts would probably rule any requirement to identify himself under these conditions as unlawful.
won't say you're detained.
well, he's detained me, so just need to get that.
You were here when I pulled in.
So, am I still being detained, sir?
Go.
Okay.
You don't want to tell us why?
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, right? Okay. All right, Sarge. You are actually professional. I definitely appreciate that.
Take it easy.
So I'm gonna get a couple more pictures and then I'm gonna get out of y'all's way.
Yes, sir.
The illusion of freedom.
Most people understand why people like the Georgia Guardian does what he does. But there are people out there that see auditors in a negative light. If that is your viewpoint, allow me to say this. Freedom is in many ways similar to the muscles in your body. If you exercise them, they grow stronger. If you don't use them, they get weaker. Auditors are playing a very important part in the future of America. In the preamble to the Declaration of Independence, it is written that governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. And experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable. Meaning they will deal with degradation of their rights rather than endure the perils of overthrowing the regime in place. To counter this, we were given tools, like freedom of the press, that when used properly, circumvent any need for a changing of the guard. Auditors are fighting a war with cameras, to prevent one with bullets. If you are under the impression that our freedom is healthy at the moment, then I leave you with this to ponder. The land of the free, our United States of America, is dealing with an epidemic. We have become the incarceration nation, with more imprisoned people by both per capita and total population than anywhere else in the world. I find this to be unacceptable, and I hope you do too.
Support the cause and look your best with some Bulls Deep gear.
Bulls Deep by Garth Adrian.
Get the horns and mess with the bull.